Get me another cup of coffee.
Yeah. Coffee's always good. I need to do that.
How are you doing, by the way?
I'm okay, honestly. I finally was able to get a job again, but I don't know if I'm gonna try to keep it, obviously, but it's just like, hopefully they like me. What I'm gonna do, basically.
Make them like you.
Make them like, yes, you're right. No, but I also have to, like, see if, I can make much money for the peoples. Because I'm going to be working as a fundraiser person for a charity, and they want to make sure I, can make money for the charity.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Fuck. I just hope I can do what they need me to do.
Just to make sure everything looks good. Okay. Today I am doing Donkey Kong Country 2 Rando.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's fair.
It shuffles pretty much all the moves. Except for, like, moving and jumping, of course, because you need something to be able to go. Oh, hey, a carry.
Sorry.
I also have it to where it shuffles character palettes. For some reason, I got Vanilla Diddy. I say some reason, like it isn't one of the options.
So I can, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
I was hoping to have someone else join today so I could try the thing out in multiplayer, but
What thing are you trying to do?
just trying to make sure that it plays nice in multiplayer, really, is all.
Is this like a emulator game that you're trying to do for multiplayer, or is it?
It's rando. Multiple players get together for a randomizer, and items are shuffled in each other's worlds. You should give it a try sometime. And Asyncs are good for people that are busy because you can play whenever you are available to.
Maybe. I don't know. I never really played much of Donkey Kong growing up.
Well, it doesn't have to be Donkey Kong. It can be any game that's supported. Archipelago has a lot of things, like Zelda games, Mario games, Metroids, Dark Souls 3. And all of them are compatible with each other.
That's fair. Okay.
What's on it? Dude, especially jumps high. What button do you push to what? Why? First level of the game, anyone knows who Captain Scaven have. 4. Nothing! Woods. Let's back to Hornet Building. I'm pretty sure I can beat this level. I just have to get good. Points on it. I hope they put Elden Ring into Archipelago sometime. My favoriteest Souls game. Gosh, diddly darn it. Midway barrel. Yeah. Works. Guess I can't do this level after all. I think I can do this. Man, DKC2 is such a peak game. Absolute bangers of a soundtrack. The game looks real nice. It plays real smooth. Absolutely love this game. I generally feel that, like, from Donkey Kong Country 2 to Donkey Kong... Well, from Donkey Kong Country 1 to Donkey Kong Country 2, it's like a solid 2 or 3 steps forward, and Donkey Kong Country 3 is like 1 step back.
I honestly would not really know because I have not kept up with Donkey Kong. I think the only thing that I think I've ever actually played Donkey Kong Country. Now I'm thinking about it.
They're very solid 2D platformers if you like those sort of games. And plus, everybody likes the big bar Kremlings and all that, you know?
Of course.
Rareware are absurdly horny. Okay, that's not gonna work. Howdy, Boodle. How you doing today? Tell you what, One of the things I'm looking forward to when I get a Switch 2, though, is playing Dankey Kong Bonanza. I heard it's pretty good. I also don't think I've forgotten about that Pokemon Violet you gave me. I plan on playing that as well. Squeen there. At least get the Kong. Fiery furnace. Oh wait, I need the D-pad barrel. That's right. Go swanky. Competing in DKC2. Glimmer. What is an extra life bloom called red breath? One. Glitch can't command grab. Oh hey, Dixie. Curses. Can swim! Oh, dang. Ooh. Another world in our pocket. Drain at the whittle. Adorable. Dixie's the jonkel today. Which I believe is, no, this is K. The O is also in an area similar to this. Last time I did this stage it was without Glimmer, which, well, they removed the screen flash I approve. Screen flash was really bad. Top right corner of an area, sort of like the K was. No? Is it down here? Did I collect it and just completely forget? Did I miss it? Despite consciously wanting it? Yes, I missed it. Because I am a stooge! Alrighty. Pretty sure the end will be along the way. And somewhere between here and the goal will be bonus 2.
I'm gonna pop out, meow.
Alright, it's good to hear from you.
Meow. Blah.
You have a pleasant day, and I hope the job goes swimming for you.
I hope so too. You have a good one, alright?
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wailovor. Chomp. Banana coin. A banana man. I was scared I wasn't going to be able to beat the stage for a moment there. Dragons and doorways? Is that a meme I'm not aware of? No. I'm a stooge. Yeah. Mudhole Marsh, Barrel Bayou. I can get you now, all the DK coin, now that I have, wait, no I can't, I need to team up. Plenty would get stuck. Imagine him being like a golden retriever, trying to fit through something, not knowing that they clearly can't. if you like cake. Some cake. I'm going to mess around with my DKC settings for pellets. Come on, son it. Goodness, what's being posted now? Belly squish, shake, plump, head. Okay. The done goofed. Forgot to hold right. Hey, now we got our team up. Ooh, incline. Bitch. I meant to throw it the other way, but you know, whatever works. I was not expecting it to go as far left as it did. Good thing there aren't ball physics on the slopes. Colors of the crocodile heads you can jump on and brown. Union quiz. How many times does Clapper the Seal appear in the game? 13. 12? Damn. 14. I need to go get more coins. I also need to use the can, so be right. BKB. Wait. Is this the one? Because the Kung tokens don't respond in Rando. Here's a spoiled again now. Yeah, let's stick with this. Let's name an area of the island you have played. Okay, can I please see the name? Castle Crush. Pretty sure we can do this. An attempt was made to save it, but as the saying goes, strap fuel can't melt steel beams. Belly bongos there. Actually, we may be able to do it. I don't think the hooks are strictly required. However, not sucking is. It would help if I had to accept. Why'd you let go? Ooh, another world. Whoa! Oh, hey, Rattly. Means we can do Rattle Battle. The bestest level in the game. Monkeys are not this cranky. Listening to two companies that produce this game from the country. Ooh, Squawks! The game actually is not a background object. Okay, this cabin. Oh god. Those Squawks! Hot dang. That allows us to do Toxic Tower. This is Toxic Tower. Worth it. Well, that was a big oof. Hopefully we haven't missed the B anywhere. Well, not B, O. Oh, there it is. Turn around! Thank you. And this game has the good grace to have Squawks be the main playable bird and not fucking Quawks. Who only appears in Parachute Panic. Twitter. Oh, that was fascinating. Okay, cranky. Can I have a DK barrel? Apparently not. So we'll just have to make one. No, let's do this another time. Banana. Exactly where it is. We saw it for a moment. I don't know. Ah, we can get it. Good. Can't grab hooks, that's right. Aren't I a silly stooge? Yeah, that time was just all on me. I don't think I can get across that gap. We've done you, alright? Let's go do Bramble Scramble. Be able to at least beat the level, but I think if we want to get everything, we do need Squitter. Specifically for the DK coin, and I think one bonus? Oh, let me go in there. Trying to remember whether or not I need Squitter to beat the level. I'm pretty sure I don't. But again, we'll see when it happens. I'm wondering, should we brute force this? I'm going to say yes. Oh, we shouldn't have. man. Yeah, over there's the squitter barrels, so we don't need it. Not to beat the level. That was mythical. Sure. Major skill issue? Yeah. Enough to do the boss. Cudgels contest. Down, 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 down. It's supposed to take a bit. Rule of three. It applies to more than hits. Down, 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 down. Bam, bam. Let's get over the things. We can at least do the bonus barrel in here. No, we need skull carts in order to actually do come on. I might need to have helicopter spin to get over there. Or a really well placed jump. Hornet hole. Still can't. We strictly need splitter. Let's try windy well. Smile. Okay, let's not try windy well. You can technically do Castle Crush. It's just going to be difficult. I'm not entirely sure if we can do this level. We definitely can't. Okay. What about you? I don't think we'll be able to do you either. Because of that. Save. Unfortunately, there wasn't an option for changing how the hints work. So it really is just real shotgun of quality. Some hints are good, others are couldn't. By the way, if y'all hear the phone go off, I am expecting a call today. Not sure when it will come. But if it comes in, I will have to go AFK until that's taken care of. Also, exciting things in the works. This Friday, the big Path of Exile 2 update comes out. So expect me to be doing some PoE 2 in the coming days. Alright, let's rip the band-aid off and just do Castle Crush. We can kind of brute force it a bit. But yeah, the big PoE 2 update. It's completely reworking the end game. There isn't much player-wise that's being added. I believe a new ascendancy for Huntress and a new ascendancy for Monk, and that's it. No new weapons or anything, which makes me a sad meow. Because I've been wanting daggers for a while. Almost got me. Alright, it's time to brute force through. We got a checkpoint. 10 full squads. Wait, isn't the DK going in? Yeah. Good. I'd say making progress, but that ain't progress. So the new Huntress class looks to be revolving around having tamed beast. They'll let you tame beast bosses with it, and also it gives you like some of the spirits, those little wisp orbs. You can like get some of the powers for yourself, apparently, is how it's going to work. I don't know the nitty-gritty of it, but it sounds cool. Like, putting aside my distaste for the Huntress aside. It's mostly, I feel like Spears is literally just poking things with a pointed stick. Which, you might go, well, yeah, that's what a spear is. But, I mean in the sense of, I'm not doing much. I'm just hitting things for 1 damage, but fast. And not really getting anything out of it. Seriously? Nothing? No. Brute forcing. This is what the backup barrels are for! The new monk class, I'm not entirely sure what it does. Saw something about, like, you can apply buffs specifically to, like, bracers. Hey, a new level unlock. That's something at least. And it has like a sort of spectral echo type deal? Not entirely sure. I don't think we can do this level because there should be a section with barrel cannons, right? Hopefully we won't need any more banana coins than that. Ratley is not at all required for this stage, by the way. Like, not even getting to this bonus barrel. It's all doable without him. Some people even find the stage harder with him, but... I'm kinda neutral. Like, there's ups and downs to using them. Especially if you aren't completely failing like I am today. I haven't played the monk class yet, so I don't know what it's like. I probably should sometime. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And here's what I'm talking about. We need barrel cannons. So that's a dead end. Try Windy Wall again. Okay, we can't do it. Then let's go look for Arctic Abyss and do that stage. We haven't tried Clapper's Cavern. I don't think we can beat this level. No, without brute forcing at least. Oh no. I don't want to brute force all the levels. Partially because I only have 5 more sparrows left. Spare barrels. Which is a decent amount still, but I also want to not have to rely on them too much, because get to a level where I really need them, or I get to, like, I don't know, the final boss, and I'm like, oh, we almost did it, but we goofed one too many times. Like, there I did it because that particular bit is a bit difficult without on guard. It's very easy to get hit by the starfish. Fish. It's almost like this level wasn't made for the Kangs. Not like we're getting anything from this level. Well, if it's not this level that the game expects me to do, then what level would? Oh yeah, there's a bonus over here, isn't there? Right, now the game expects me to have the Kangs. So, if you remember me playing DKC3, you can tell that these bonus rounds are far more entertaining than the games. Like, you're actually doing a fun little activity rather than, oh, just grab the box of stars. You did it. Good job, Sunny Jim. And we got jack shit from doing that. Give me in. Let's try this. I would say maybe it's a good thing I am playing solo because of Deathlink, but nobody uses Deathlink with me anymore either. Oh, where was that? Let's try doing the... No, it wasn't here. Rickety Races in World 1, wasn't it? Yep. Just to make sure, I don't have roll. I don't have ponytail twirl. Pretty sure it's like just out of reach. I don't think I can reach in here. I'm going to hint. Hint. Cling. It's in Rattle Battle, which is in Crazy Kremlin. Okay. I mean, I was wanting to do Rattle Battle because I fucking love that level. You know, that's that is a thing that's stark contrast between DKC3 and 2 for me, is that there are levels I kind of like in DKC3, but I can't say I really love a level like I do with Rattle Battle in it. Alright, Webwoods. We'll see if there's anything we can do. This isn't the one where you get a little bonus if you wait and start, right? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. So there must be something in here that we can grab that is prior to having to use Squitter. And I know DKC3 is, like, technically intense. Like, not in a technically it's this or that, but in a literal technical. But the game they made, it just doesn't hit. Not as hard, at least. DKC1 is a decent game. It's got vibes. But it has a problem where it doesn't... The levels kind of just sort of don't really evolve much. It's the same thing throughout the whole game, and that's my crux on it. Where it's like, by the end of World 2, I just don't feel like playing the game anymore. And that's been consistent throughout my whole life. DKC2 holds my attention the whole way. There is rarely a stage where I'm like, yeah, this is a stinker. Like, I can't really even think of a stage that's like, this is a stinker, as much as this is balls to the wall difficult. Because even though some people strangely like to say that DKC2 is hard like Battletoads, it really fucking ain't. Man. There are some genuinely difficult levels, like Animal Antics, which you can see here. I don't think there's anything we can do. And Animal Antics is basically the ultimate level of the game. So, it makes sense that it's really difficult. Ow. There's nothing we can do in here, right? Like, I'm gonna have to check. Generally, Lost World levels are difficult. The Fiery Furnace is one of them, so is Black Ice Battle. Black Ice Battle is probably the easiest of the Lost World levels. Is there something I grabbed that I just didn't recognize that I grabbed? Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to use the page tracker. Crocodile, Cauldron Access, Culture Access, K Access. When did I get the Lost World access for the K? Anyway. See, this is why I look. Main Brace Mayhem. I'm the easy one. And because we have climb, we can actually play it. When I was doing testing with the game before, I didn't get climb until like the very end of the game. Trying to remember all the things. I'm really old. Now, what does that work? Is it because it's invisible? Hoi-ya! Because Diddy good. And that's another thing. This game, it really nailed it well with the playable characters. Because both characters are great in their own rights. Dixie is great for beginners because of her ponytail twirl, but like she also has the disadvantage where she doesn't climb as fast as Diddy. And she carries the barrel over her head, which helps with hitting guys above you, but also leaves you vulnerable to the front. And in DKC3, Dixie's just like the plain old best character to play as. Kitty just kind of fucking sucks. That's why no one likes Knitterhand McCann jams. Barrel cannon. So it was hiding something major. Okay, it doesn't affect those barrels. Be able to do Bamble Bass now, right? Yep. This is the one I was thinking of. There we go. There we go. Can't remember where the G is. What's the G stand for? See the line, grr. Give me banana. Okay. Give me a banana. Okay, go ahead. Crazy Kremland. Oh, there's the gym. Let's a save and then let's a fucking go. Cheese and donut, up to the morning. Thought I could save it. And amusingly enough, Rattle Battle is one of the included soundtracks in Donkey Kong Land 2. And I make note of that because Donkey Kong Land 2 has like 4 music tracks. It's really amusing. If you want to play some underrated games, play the Donkey Kong Land games. The first one's scuffed as hell, but each iteration shows that they are slowly learning. And by Donkey Kong Land 3, they really got the Game Boy down pat. Like if I have to give Donkey Kong Land 1 a rating, it would be like probably a 6 out of 10. If I remember right. Maybe a 5. It's okay. It isn't something to write home about, as it were. Despite me reviewing that for a website years ago. Donkey Kong Land 2, definitely much better. Remember right? It's about like a 7.5 or to an 8. If you want sort of pocket Donkey Kong Country experience. Oop. I keep biffing my jumps. Oh man, we didn't hit the midway. I still think like the most major issue with DK Land 2 is the limited soundtrack. Like most of what you're going to be hearing is going to be Rattle Battle and oh, I can't remember the name of it. The water, like the inner ship water levels in this game. Oh, there's the clue. But yeah, that's what you're going to be hearing most of the time. And I think Bramble Blast in the few Bramble levels. It's been a hot minute since I last played, but I mostly remember the 2 tracks. And I believe the boss themes are all the K. Rool boss theme in this game. The dun 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 that soundtrack. That cling's huge. And I have a physical copy of DK Land 3. And I'll be pretty honest, guys. I feel like Donkey Kong Land 3 is better than Country 3. To a degree. It's the more solidly built game. I guess because they are more able to just focus on the levels. Though it could also be biased from me growing up with Donkey Kong Land 3. Although I did play Donkey Kong Country 3 first, and I just never got to own it until adulthood. Many times you have to hit Crow to kill him. 4? What's the name of the old Lady Congress? That's wrinkly. And come on, make me Banana Extractinator. So Webwoods does have an important item. It's an actually good hint. Lockjaw's Locker, that's the name of the one. What about you? What do you have to say for yourself? No shit, Sherlock! Why is Granny always ripping me off? This is going to probably be a level where we will need to brute force things a bit. Get Shrek'd. Don't have consent. We do not have exclamation barrels, but that's where we're going to need a brute force. Come on! I was right there. Okay, no brute forcing. We're getting low on barrels again. That's the number that appears above my head, by the way. Playing the Long Kong. Oh my goodness. I panicked. I panicked and I failed! Like the pathetic coward I am! This level isn't even that hard. I'm just sucking so bad today. Hey, K-Rolls Keep. So that's all the levels. Well, all the worlds, at least. Relatively. I also only need one more rock to beat the game. Not about that. Give it to Parachute Pack. Clover Catch. Truckhead Claimer. Let's go see what we can do in K-Roll Keep. Alright, Swinky, give me a rock. A little less. 5. Game of the forest is with them a blowing wind in a gusty glade. Stick by his name, Rattly. Up. Ghost of the Grove. Chain Link Chamber. Hall. Spark ship. Triple chunks. Dang, I should have jumped better. Hey Voodle, do you have Terraria on PS5? Because in the future, trademark copyright, they're bringing a crossplay update. When that'll happen, I have no idea. But they said that's what the next update's going to be focusing on is crossplay. Yeah, I'm the best. Curses. I'm the best around. Depression's always gonna keep me down. By the way, I love that the tires in this game are monster truck tires. It's another thing they got rid of in 3, isn't it? Tires. Gotcha, bitch. Dang. This is Squawk Shaft. It shouldn't be that hard of a level. I don't think there's anything we're missing in order to handle this either. I forgot I can't roll. Catch, bitch. I am going to physically invert. It will be a painful process. It's just a one-up balloon anyway! I couldn't remember if it was a K or not. The K stands for Krusty, which is what my brain is. I'm old and debatably a man. Don't you know? Let's try this again. Well, okay. I made myself depressed. Or would I call it depression, or would I just call it being a little upset? Being reminded of things. Now for the fun part! The titular squawks of the shaft! I like how if you kill them while their hook's out, it just keeps flying. Like that. This is the section. So this one? Yes. But meow, why didn't you grab the DK coin? That's a secret surprise that'll help us later. Kablam! Not that I got anything for it. Jork! How dare! Squitter? Now there's something important in Webwoods, the game said. So let's go get it! What's in this world? No. Is that in World 1? Gamers, I don't know if any of y'all plan on having kids, but if you do, be nice to them. I don't mean permit them to do every life-ruining decision, but I mean, don't just... How do I put this? Think before you speak, I guess, is a easy indication. If you truly love your kids, treat them with kindness. Treat them with love. Not contempt. Don't be envious of your kids if they have things in their life that works out for them in a way that may not seem fair to you. Just remember that everyone's path through life is different. Some people have it easier, some people have it harder. Even I need to remind myself at times to not hold malice in my heart for well, really anyone. I remember this being a little faster than this. That is pretty big. I think that's a GG. Well, just about. I just need to go to the last wood now. Oh, last wood. Last world. I'll level with y'all. I really wish I had a positive relationship with my parents, but they're not good people. If some year down the line any of you feel like your parents are... Oh, I did 4 already. Oh well. I can do Gusty Glade now. Anyways, if you feel someday down the line that your parents or some other loved one was actually always evil pieces of shit to you, don't be too hard on yourself. There's only so much you can do with what information you have. And sometimes, well, as the saying goes, hindsight is 20/20. Like for me, for instance, whenever someone would try to bully me in school, I just laugh them and say that my parents say worse things to me. And it never really clicked in my head until I was like 30-something that my parents were just evil pieces of shit. But, yeah. Don't be too hard on yourselves. It is something I also have to keep reminding me as well. Since some days I feel like an absolute fool. But again, how's a kid going to know what any better, right? I bungled that jump. And also, sometimes you can only see an experience for what it is after you get out of it. It goes for, like, life partners and stuff as well. Because, you know, the classic trope of people being with someone who's clearly abusive and not good for them, but they're all lovey-dovey for them. It happens. The most important part is trying to improve yourself, live better. Oop, did not mean to go in there, just wanted the bananas. N is for neutron star. Welcome to Mioskovich's chat room. Thank you, Twitch. Also, that's new. You used to just say welcome to the chat room. Rando. I almost died being lost in thought again. I do thank you all for sticking around with me. Having friends is, well, in life, they're the only people I've been able to count on. Just friends. Families just always let me down. And I know that's more of my own situation. Not everyone's going to have a negative experience with their parents. I think a good example of showing this is like cards on it. Dark Cloud 2. The father of the player character in that game, my roommate and I had very differing perspectives on the father's intents and stuff, which I found kind of interesting, because of course I have bad experience and he has good experience with his father, so. And as it turned out, basically, that pretty much I interpreted the dad negatively and he interpreted him positively, which I find kind of fascinating how a simple different bit of parental psychology can work. Can I make this without a rolling jump or helicopter spin? What? I tried to quit out. I panicked. I panicked and I paid for it! Yeah, I guess that's just stuff that's on my mind. That's on it. Again, this level isn't this hard. I'm just sucking. And not in a sexy way either. I managed to quit out that time. Let's shift thoughts back to happy thoughts, such as looking forward to the Friday update. Again, lost in thought and lost in the sauce. Twitch, stop telling me how many subs I have. Keeps putting like a big flashy thing on my channel. I don't know if it's showing for you guys. Where it's like, oh, you have 2 subs! You only 13 to go! And I'm just like, dude, fuck off. Anyway, what was I saying? Friday update? Less in the sauce. A lot of the stuff that they showed off for what's coming to Path of Exile looks really cool. Like, everything in the end game is being reworked. Depends on it. I'm still thinking about what kind of character I want to use in the update. I might make a minion focus sorceress. Okay, here we go. Leave it. We might also make a monk, just because, well, we haven't used a monk yet. We can do Hornet Bull now. Sorry, my mind just keeps lingering. I can't get it out of my mind. I'm trying not to break down crying on stream. Again, I thank you all for hanging out with me. Oh, didn't mean to overshoot it. All this up here was... oh, I was thinking of a different spot. Thinking of up here. It's gun barrel and an O normally, but we already got the O. Con. Yee-hoo. Dankey Kangs. I guess that's one thing they made more solid in DKC3 is that the web will auto-deploy more consistently on walls, so you don't have to keep double pressing. It's like minor QOL at best. And it's almost take it or leave it in a way. Squincy. Barrel buy your DK coin. Okay. Oh, we got that. Thanks, frankly. What is this? Link to the past? New range, we still need skull cards. But we can do Creepy Crow. Gotcha, bench. So close. Fun fact, the back of the box shows this boss, except it shows the alive crow sprite. Bunga. You bitch! He comes back twice. I forgot. Gets styled upon by the idea of a crow. This is a pretty cool boss stage, by the way. And I might slightly be saying that because I like the spooky levels and stuff. But it's just kind of epic, you know? Rainstorm in the sky, fighting Ghost Crow. And it's not just hitting the boss, but like chasing after it too. Code Red Mountain Dew would be real good right about now. Bitch! It's 224? We can finish this stage. That is a thing of which has occurred on this day, May 25th, 2026. Dankey Kangs. Man. And this one is a freebie. want to do a hot head hop. I love these guys. Wah. That's one thing that people don't pick up on. It's one of the things that makes Rare's games so good are the funny sounds. Hey! Oh, even bigger hay. If you're wondering what the purple does, by the way, it reverses your controls. Guys, you'll never keep me down. Gonna turn around and hurt you. Not a good crouching or anything. What? I wasn't popping any more barrels after I flubbed it. I didn't deserve to win after that. I don't think I have ever flubbed it in all of my time playing this game. Ever. And I was honestly curious about what happened too. It's like, does the fight just reset, or does he just keep shooting barrels until I win? I don't know, the fight just straight up resets. How about that? Learn something new every day. Alright, don't die for this time. Huzzah! Another nifty little end. Alright. Remember, gamers, live with love in your heart. Whether you live for God or some other purpose, do it with love. Take care.